Board Member Tapia Romero, we are streaming.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Board of Education Finance Committee meeting. I would like to call this meeting to order. Mr. Gonzalez, may I have a roll call, please?
Yes, ma'am. Ronaldo Tomorito, Heather Benavides,
Here.
Josefina Dominguez,
Here.
Crystal Tapia Romero.
Here, thank you. Our first item is to consider adoption of the July 23rd, 2025 Finance Committee meeting agenda. May I have a motion, please?
I move that we adopt the July 23rd, 2025 Finance Committee meeting agenda. This is Board Member Benavides.
This is Board Member Dominguez.
Thank you. Mr. Gonzalez, may I have a roll call?
Yes, ma'am. Ronaldo Tomorito. I think she just joined. Oh, she's joining. Heather Benavides,
Yes.
Josefina Dominguez,
Yes.
Crystal Tapia Romero,
Yes.
and
Thank you.
Ronaldo Tomorito has now joined the room.
Perfect. Thank you. Our next item is to consider approval of the minutes from the Finance Committee meeting on April 23rd, 2025, and the June 25th, 2025 meeting. May I have a motion?
To approve the minutes from the Finance Committee meetings on April 23rd, 2025 and June 25th, 2025.
And I'll second. This is Board Member Benavides.
Thank you. Mr. Gonzalez, may I have a roll call?
Ronaldo Tomorito,
Yes.
Heather Benavides,
Yes.
Josefina Dominguez,
Yes.
Crystal Tapia Romero.
Yes, thank you. Our next item is to consider approval of beginning grant budgets for fiscal year 2025. And for this, our presenter is going to be Ms. Apodaca and Ms. Montoya. Thank you.
Good morning, board members. We are bringing back for approval the changes in our grant budget that occurred between May 7th and July 1st of 2025. These adjustments were necessitated by two factors: the New Mexico PED releasing actual planning allocations and NMPED directing changes to our initial loaded projections. With that, I stand for questions.
Thank you. Members of the committee, do we have any questions? Yes, Board Member Dominguez.
Could you define loaded? What was the phrase again, Ms. Montoya?
Oh, what we uploaded to the budget system.
Okay, I see. That's what loaded meant?
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, oh, this is a new term, financial term, but okay.
Yeah. Initial, the uploaded, I guess I should have.
The initial
Yes,
upload
those uploaded projections, what we uploaded into the OBMS system for PED.
Okay. And one follow-up. So, and this may be more for Superintendent Blakey. I know it's still early in the game, but is there any developments happen quickly? So has anything happened Monday and Tuesday? I know there's a meeting coming up. There are some presentations this week, but
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Are there any updates from PED regarding adjustments for grants that would impact this this topic?
No.
That's all I've got.
Okay, thank you very much. Any other questions? Okay, I see none. We will go ahead and continue. Our next item is to consider approval of grant budget adjustments for the City of Albuquerque and Bernalillo County opioid settlement funds for resolution and Pre-K Homeless Home Visiting Accountability Act, the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers and Outdoor Recreation Trails. And for this, our presenter is going to be Ms. Montoya. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Committee members and Madam Chair. Yes, so this memo is for the opioid settlement funds. We have received notification of an award from the city and county's 50/50 opioid settlement funds, and these funds are designated to support 24 new behavioral health therapist positions over the next 3 years. The ECECD funding for homeless pre-K students. We have also been awarded a grant from the Early Childhood Education and Care Department. This is a first-time grant specifically targeted to support the needs of pre-K homeless students. Then the CTE grants for Cibola and La Cueva High Schools. The grant of $25,000 each have been awarded to Cibola High School and La Cueva High School. These funds will support career and technical education programs, specifically focusing on electrical engineering students with an emphasis on laboratory work. And Sandia Mountain Natural History Center Conservation. This item establishes the budget authority for the remaining funds from the initial $40,000 allocated for the conservation of the Sandia Mountain Natural History Center. And with that, we stand for questions.
There we go. That one was, I'll use Josefina's term, that was loaded. But yes, thank you for that. Members of the committee, there we go. Board Member Benavides, question.
Thank you so much, Chair Tapia. I just wanted to say that I am so excited, and I want to thank the City of Albuquerque and the County of Bernalillo, especially the members of the LGCC, for working with us on the opioid settlement funds. And I am so pleased that we have brought $3.6 million to the district for this work, and I'm just so excited about that. So thank you all for working on this. Thank you to my LGCC members, and let's get started.
Thank you. Any other questions from our committee members? Go ahead, Board Member Dominguez.
I'm excited also about the settlement, and I'm hoping that we can somehow track data, somehow find a way to share data from the district wherever this money is used to track how it impacts the families, right? The students and the families that it will serve. And of course, that all gets into the weeds, but in the global aspect, our arena, I think it would be a good idea and I'm sharing it now, to see how we work with other agencies so that we can, in fact, track this money and report it out to the community in an intergovernmental way, of course.
And just for clarification, that is the responsibility of this funding. So there is reporting connected to it, and the money, it's not just coming to us, it's actually allocated for very specific initiatives that I see Dr. Salazar on, but it's to expand some of the programming that we're already doing with counselors in the schools. So it's very specific. It's not just here's some money and how do you want to use it? The agreement was to use it for very specific things.
And my understanding was, and I'm going to call, I mean, one night that I was in attendance, Crossroads members or staff from the Crossroads program were there. And so I'm aware of that program specifically will be impacted. But what I also learned that evening was that they did not have data. And so I'm hoping that with this resource that we can build up that ability somehow. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Any other questions related to this agenda item. Go ahead, Board Member Benavides, please.
Thank you, Chair Tapia Romero. This isn't really a question. I just wanted to address Board Member Dominguez's comment. There is data, and we did provide it at several of the LGCC meetings, so I'd be happy to send that to you.
That would be great. Thank you.
Will do.
Okay, thank you. We will go ahead and continue. Our next item is to consider approval of the June 2025 intra-function transfers for grant budget. And excuse me, our presenter for this is Ms. Apodaca or Ms. Montoya.
Good morning. Thank you, Crystal. So we are requesting your approval for interfunction budget transfers. The end of year entries necessary to close the fiscal year for grants were completed in June, and these finalized entries are just finalizing all those necessary budget entries. And for July, we'll also anything that we do in July, sorry about my phone ringing, anything in send it to voicemail. And well, yeah, and we will also in August, we'll be bringing any additional finishing items that we have to close up the year for July, in July. Thank you.
Perfect, thank you. Yep, it's that time of year, so understood. Thank you so much. Any questions, committee members? Okay, I see none. We will continue. Our next item is to consider approval now of June 2025 intra-function transfers for all non-categorical funds. And Ms. Montoya, I believe I turned this back to you?
Yes, it looks like I might have jumped the gun and asked for those approvals earlier.
It's okay.
So just what I had said prior, we're just
Yes.
asking for your approval on these. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Committee members, any questions? Okay, thank you so much. We will continue. Our next item is to consider approval of the qualifications base bid in the amount of $28,800,000 plus applicable taxes submitted by Enterprise Builders Corporation for Van Buren Middle School. This is phase 1 construction and granting signatory authority on all necessary easements and infrastructure for the board president and secretary. And our presenter for this is Mr. Hawkes. You have the floor, sir.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board, members of the committee, and Superintendent Blakey. So we come before you to consider approval for the qualifications-based bid in the amount, as you said, of $25,800,000, and this will be for Van Buren. It consists of a phased replacement of several buildings at Van Buren, with some outdated standalone structures and consolidation out there, and then also some grading and drainage work that we'll be doing as well. So with that, myself and I believe Ms. Allered stand for any questions you may have.
Thank you, Mr. Hawkes. Members of the committee, any questions? Okay. Oh, go ahead, Board Member Dominguez.
I did submit a question, only because I think this is an opportunity to talk about this this question. In what ways do these does this project, and the question was, in what way do these numbers demonstrate the CMP, the Capital Master Plan's commitment to honoring Guardrail 3, the equitable distribution of resources? Maybe some history on Van Buren.
So Madam Chair, Board Member Dominguez, I'll ask Ms. Allered to help me with that. But just to kind of start off answering that question, so how does it align to the equitable alignment of resources? So of course, we do have a long-term facility capital master plan, and we're currently in the process of updating that on our 5-year review with an architectural firm that is looking at kind of that piece there. And then those, as we look at that comprehensively across the district, all of our facilities will be rated, and then they'll be looked at. They'll be looked at individually needs, right, and then looked at across the board. as far as our aging structures and how we support students. I'm going to tie this back to enabling conditions. As we all know, right, this facilities is a huge piece of that, as well as our maintenance piece for students. I don't know if I answered your question. Karen, do you have anything on the history piece of that?
Well, first of all, let me apologize. We're having some internet difficulties here, so I can't get any video. But Madam Chair and Member Dominguez, this was technically assessed and ranked as we do, as Mr. Hawkes said, every 5 years. And so this was, and this one also was assessed and ranked by PSFA, and this has PSFA money. So as you know, funds are limited, and so we do what we can. And this one has actually, this one I believe was in the 2023 election, but we had to kind of cobble together some money to get it going. So it's kind of been in the drawer, but it has a lot of strong needs. And like Mr. Hawkes said, they're ranked against each other. They're looked at and assessed individually and then ranked against each other across the district.
Okay, and you mentioned you had to, this was approved in the 2023. What election was that? Was that a mill levy?
That's the bond election.
Bond?
Yes.
Okay. But and despite that, we had to cobble money together, right? And
Yes.
I'm just clarifying. Is that due to inflation?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And what's the significance of the PSFA being involved?
So one
Well,
of the
this-
things, oh,
Go
I'm
ahead. Go ahead.
Madam Chair, Member Dominguez. So the significance is it really helps us leverage our local dollars. So our local, community has approved the initial, the 28 million, I believe, and then this just stretches those dollars out. So we do a lot of work, right, to work with PSFA to submit this. Again, as Ms. Allred said, they rank the projects as well, and they look at different things. So it's aligned with our master plan. They'll look at our master plan, they'll look at our alignment, but it brings several dollars back into our district, which helps us really stretch that and complete or add to that project to get more done. So.
But my impression is that the PSFA, just my attendance at New Mexico School Board Association meetings, regional meetings, when they've presented or when this topic has come up, the frustration in the past had been that we rarely qualify for money. Is that correct?
So, Madam Chair, Member Dominguez, so it's quite challenging. So there's several different layers. So there's systems, there's construction projects or specific systems that you can apply for based on their ranking. And through my experience, some of the challenges are their rankings and what we actually see are two different things. So we work closely with that part. It is it's a long process, and we become co-owners through the process as we do this for funding and for approval of everything. So applying is one piece of it, qualifying is the next piece of it. And then the third piece is over the last 5 years, they've added a new, I'll call it a new qualifying system where the percentages have shifted. So based on district bonding capacities and some other variables, it's shifted kind of those percentages. So all of those combined kind of make it a little bit challenging. But for this project, I believe it's a little over $10 million, almost $11 million that we'll be receiving. So it's, even with all that being said, if we can identify projects and work closely with PSFA collaboratively to get that, it is well worth it.
Very nice. Thank you. It's rare that it works for us, and I'm glad it did this time.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Hawkes. Any other questions? Okay. I see none. We will go on. Our next item is to consider approval of district purchase or expenditure that equals or exceeds $500,000 for New Mexico produce growers. And Mr. Hawkes, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Madam Chairman, members of the committee, and Superintendent Blakey. So we come before you to consider approval of our an expenditure that equals or exceeds $500,000 for our New Mexico produce growers. This is This is super exciting. It's using local growers within our food services programs. And just really quickly to touch on a few things, I know over the years that we are working really hard to expand that piece. One of the challenges is there's two big major challenges with this, just for your information. One is finding growers that can produce the magnitude of food that we need to fill our menu items, and the other part is food safety. But we are continually wanting to bring that into our school cafeterias and also not only celebrate that, but talk to students about it. So with that, I stand for any questions.
Fantastic. Thank you, Mr. Hawkes. Members of the committee, any questions? Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Our next item is to consider approval of the June 2025 cash disbursements, and Ms. Apodaca, you have the floor.
Okay, thank you, Madam Chair, Board Member, Superintendent Dr. Blakey. This action memo is consideration of approval of June 2025 cash disbursements. PSAB Supplement 7 requires that this summary of vouchers be presented to the board for approval and entry into the minutes, and this meets those requirements.
Perfect. Thank you, Ms. Apodaca. Any questions? Okay, I see none. Thank you so much. Our next item is to consider recommending consent agenda board approval of items discussed during the July 23rd, 2025 Finance Committee meeting. These include beginning grant budgets for fiscal year 2026, grant budget adjustments, June intra-function transfers for grant budget, June intra-function transfers for all non-categorical funds, qualifications-based bid in the amount of $25,800,000 plus applicable taxes submitted by Phase 1 Construction and granting signatory authority on all necessary easements for infrastructure to the board president and secretary, district purchase or expenditure that equals or exceeds $500,000, including New Mexico produce growers, and finally, June 2025 cash disbursements. Having said that, may I have a motion for approval, please?
I will move that we recommend consent agenda board approval of items discussed during the July 23rd, 2025 Finance Committee meeting and the 7 items listed below. This is Board Member Benavides.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I will second Board Member
Thank-
Tomorita.
Perfect. Thank you. Mr. Gonzalez, may I have a roll call, please?
Ronaldo Tomarita,
Yes.
Heather Benavides,
Yes.
Josefina Dominguez,
Yes.
Crystal Tapia Romero.
Yes. So our next Finance Committee meeting will be Tuesday, August 26, 2025 at 8 a.m. virtually. And you may also watch on the APS Board of Education YouTube channel. And with that being said, this meeting is adjourned. Have a great day, everyone. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.